Did you know that in Renaissance France, a woman could take her husband to court if he was impotent? A time of enlightenment, yes, but also a time of peculiar legalities. Imagine a wife, armed with the law, challenging her husband's manhood in a court of law. The courtroom, a theater, where private marital issues transformed into public spectacle. And the verdict? A societal reaction that ranged from scandalous gossip to empathetic whispers. Imagine living in a time where your bedroom performance could land you in court. Moving on to ancient Sumeria, the world's oldest known recipe isn't for food, but for beer. Unearthed from the dust and sands of time, this recipe dates back to 1800 BC. It reveals that beer was not just a casual drink, but a cornerstone of their diet and culture. Rich and frothy, it was often offered to their gods in sacred rituals. So the next time you enjoy a cold one, remember you're partaking in a tradition that's thousands of years old. In the Middle Ages, it was believed that the left testicle produced girls, and the right one, boys. A fascinating, albeit strange notion, isn't it? Well, this was an era when scientific knowledge was limited, and people relied heavily on lore and superstition to navigate the mysteries of life. This belief held such sway that men, particularly those in positions of power who were keen on having a male heir, would go to extreme lengths. Some would have their left testicle tied off. Others even had it removed entirely. Why, you ask? Well, the aim was to prevent the production of female sperm, thus ensuring the birth of a son. It's a stark reminder of how far we've come in our understanding of human biology and reproduction. Today, we know that the sex of a child is determined by the X or Y chromosome carried in the sperm, not by which testicle it originated from. Thankfully, we now know better than to believe in such nutty theories. Have you heard about the smoking chimpanzee from Pyongyang Zoo in North Korea? This chimp isn't just any ordinary chimp, it's a smoking chimp. Yes, you heard that right. This chimpanzee is known to puff on an entire pack of cigarettes a day, and that's what makes it one of the main attractions in the zoo. It's a sight that has sparked controversy and concern among animal rights activists, and yet it continues to draw crowds. But the smoking chimp isn't the only bizarre attraction in the world. Let's take a trip back in time to 1923. At Belmont Park in New York, a jockey named Frank Hayes won a race. Nothing unusual, right? Well, he won that race despite having suffered a heart attack mid-race. His body managed to stay in the saddle until his horse crossed the finish line. The world never runs out of strange and fascinating sights, does it? In early 20th century Mongolia, criminals could get locked in a wooden box, sometimes left to die of starvation. Imagine that. The justice system was as rugged and unforgiving as the harsh Mongolian steppes themselves. This punishment was not just about confinement. It was an agonizing test of endurance, a slow, torturous countdown to an inevitable fate. But why such a brutal method, you might ask? Well, it was a reflection of the times. Early 20th century Mongolia was a place of harsh conditions and even harsher laws. The punishment mirrored the crime, a stark deterrent in a society where order was maintained by fear and retribution. Fast forward to the present day, where our punishments may seem severe, but they're a far cry from the wooden boxes of Mongolia's past. We've moved from physical torment towards reform and rehabilitation. While our justice system isn't perfect, we can certainly appreciate how far we've come. History is full of bizarre and fascinating facts, from Renaissance France's unusual court cases, to ancient Sumeria's beer recipes, to medieval beliefs about gender determination, and even to Pyongyang's smoking chimp. And who could forget about the harsh punishments in early 20th century Mongolia? It's amazing what we can uncover when we delve into the annals of time. Our past is a treasure trove of the strange, the unexpected, and the downright unbelievable. These are